Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner. Renee Omaisa. Guys, there are some Nigerians I will see. I will be proud that I'm a Nigerian. Yes. There are some Nigerians I always listen to. When I listen to them, I am always proud that I'm a Nigerian. I'm always proud that I'm first a Nigerian. The thing they make me, it is sweet me. To be honest, most of Nigerians are very intelligent. Majority of Nigerians are super intelligent. When you see them talking, you see facts. You see intellectuality. You see reasoning. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for making me to come from Nigeria. At least, let me brag about that country for one day. Super intelligent people. Look at question one that they asked this girl, a lady. In fact, ladies, I'm proud of you people. Nigerian women, this woman make me be proud of her. He make me be proud of her. Although I'm very proud of you people before. Because if you know me very well, you know that I'm always proud of my wife. Superwoman as well. But this one is superwoman too. When I listen to the video finish, I say, I cannot do without not shooting this video. Why would I shoot this? Why would I shoot the video? Are you normal? I must shoot this video. For those who never hear the video, want to know the video I'm talking about. Oh yeah, now watch video.
Now, give me your own view about who you think is best. Do you have a person in mind that you want to vote for, and why the choice of such a person?
Yes, thank you very much, Shion, for organizing, these platforms. Straight to your question, yes, I have a candidate who I support to be Nigeria's next president. And that person is a person with competence, character, and capacity, with ability and commitment to solve our issues as a nation. That ticket that represents inclusion, that represents equity, that represents justice. Not just for Nigerians, but then for young people, for women, for members of other tribes, for people from diverse religions and lands, and that person is His Excellency Peter Obi.
Jesus.
Interesting. So if you compare Peter Obi, the man you say has all of these qualities, compared to other candidates, why do you think he's better than its competitor in the race?
Well, I think that's a tough one, but I'll try to answer it in some minutes. You see, Peter Obi represents a better future. It represents a possible future that is competitors. I will ask Nigerians, when you look at all the candidates, what do you see? Do you see competence? Do you see character? Do you see capacity? When you look at Peter Obi and you compare him to his competitors, just like you asked, it represents these three things: competence, character, and capacity. And I'll give you three reasons for that. Nigeria's biggest problem today are the economy, insecurity, and corruption, which the current president, our General Muhammadu Buhari, campaigned on in 2015. And he has failed on every count.
Jesus.
And if you look at it very carefully, our country is currently experiencing the spread of insecurity, due to a lack of political will, ineffective security agencies, and a president who is barely visible. And this has given us the image of an ineffective leadership. Nigerians today need a credible, competent, and capable leader who can address our issues. We need a present president, not somebody that will not be, present for more than half of his term.
Invisible.
And then we can see the parties that have come severally. They failed to deliver on their campaign promises to fight corruption. They failed to deliver on their campaign promises to secure the country, to stabilize the economy, even to stop university strikes, in more than several years of governance, not to talk of the NSAS protest in 2020. So one of his competitors as well, like you asked, is on record for also blaming victims of the Lekki massacre that happened in 2020. Another counterpart, is famous for paying lip service to situations of public concern. I mean, recently there was a deleted tweet condemning the killing of a female student who was killed in Chicago.
That's Atiku.
Also, candidates from major parties in Nigeria historically have always chosen running mates from other regions and religions in order to be able to foster a sense of security. His major competitors, Peter Obi's major competitors, do not represent the image of a united Nigeria. And Nigerians have suffered heavily in the hands of bad presidents. We do not need leaders who will further widen our divides. Peter Obi will reduce those divides. Two, before we can begin to solve these issues of insecurity, corruption, joblessness, we can go on and on. We need a visionary and transformational leader. And then it's a process, just like when you're looking for a job. The first stage is you package your CV, you say, these are my qualifications, and submit it. Then the second stage is when they've looked at your CV, they say, okay, you get a chance of an interview. You now get the opportunity to be able to tell the employer why you think you're the best man for the job. And then they can hire you. Not to forget that the basic tenets of a democracy requires that citizens are to ask questions of their leaders, whether they're in office or they're aspiring to come into office. And then there is an obligation from those leaders to be transparent. If you want to lead anybody, you have to be prepared, to be prepared for an intensive analysis of what you've done, what you're going to do, and what qualifies you to do it. And there cannot be two ways to it. Peter Obi has been speaking at every opportunity he gets to Nigerians, unlike his competitors, who have concluded that they have Nigerians by their throats and that we will vote for them no matter what, regardless what they do, they are going to win. So Nigerians must not make the mistake of thinking that any politician is too good for their questions or query. Regardless of how attractive the CV or credentials of a politician may be, the citizens must ensure, and that's the basic tenet of a democracy, that we understand who we want to vote for. Before I end, also we need a leader with who is critically and clinically sound, with the right character, skills, attitude, and attribute to turn things around. We do not need candidates who have been sleeping all over campaign meetings. Some of them have even refused to attend debates. Candidates who are incoherent, speaking in languages we don't understand. That is clearly disaster in waiting. Most people will not solve the problems of our country.
You are shaking tables. You are shaking tables.
The third one, before I end,
you are shaking tables, Reno, tonight. So, yeah.
Please, we should also ask ourselves, what is motivating all the candidates to run for office? You and I should ask ourselves, is their aim just to become president by force, by fire, or they truly want to serve? Are his competitors, those are Peter Obi's competitors, are they promising a bright future for you and I, for the older generation, for this generation, for the future generation, for you, for your children? Peter Obi represents a bright future, and all people with sound analytical mind can discern what we stand to benefit as a nation through Peter Obi. Thank you.
You've shaken tables, and well, let me allow, because you didn't mention names, and I don't know whether you want to mention this, because this is a platform where Nigerians can, is for the independent mind, so where Nigerians can speak their minds freely.
Wow. It just be like say every obedient, in fact, majority of the obedience, they are very intelligent. I don't know why. If you see anybody when they speak for them, whether even though when they are not the spokesperson, just call any obedient may come talk about this campaign. You go see they know they carry book. If they come up for here. This guy is brilliant. If they come up for here. Another thing why you should understand is that when you are marketing a good product, it is not difficult to market. That's the problem. When they carry your product, give you the market, you gotta find how you want to dodge something. You gotta find how you want to make them appealing to customers, because it's no good. Just come in and say, make I talk about P2B. I go to sleep, so they talk about them. Then you go to record. What they tell you? See how this guy they give up out. Bra. Yeah. People are busy talking about the credibility of P2B, the suitability of P2B, the ability of P2B, the intellectuality of P2B, the presentability of P2B. People are busy talking about all those ones. Why some people are busy? Some people are busy talking about central bank monetary policy. How it affect them? Central bank, please postpone the policy to June after the election, so that they will see how they will use their money to buy vote. People are talking about candidates when makes sense. Other people are busy discussing how MFL and Buhari we postpone the currency changing, the currency redesigning to June or July, so that it go quick them finish up the corruption process in this election before they go change the money. People are busy talking that rubbish at this dispensation. Instead of you coming to tell us suitability of what you are going to do. No, instead of your people coming to market you, no. What you are telling us, Buhari should postpone the currency changing and the MFL. I'm disappointed at some people. For those who do not understand what I'm talking about, oh yeah, now watch the video.
Change must come,
of course,
whether you like it or not. And this policy is a federal government policy. It didn't just come 3 months ago that they gave that ultimatum of 31st January. This policy was passed by the National Assembly. There was an act in the National Assembly. It was passed. Federal government signed it. The president signed it into law, and it's a binding law that gives CBN the authority for financial regulations and whatever they are doing. So it is a federal government thing. And for APC candidate to be crying,
Jesus.
I don't know why he should be crying. He should be happy that this policy is coming at this point, because 2023 is not about billion van. 2023 is not about cash and carry. 2023 is about capacity and carry. It's about competence and carry. It's about character and carry. When you show your character, you carry. If you show your competency, you carry. If you show your capacity, you carry. If you show your intelligence, you carry. If you show us your certificate, if you show us your age, if you show us your age.
Obedient people mouth, and I'll be here. Obedient people mouth. Those people, they are ready for this year. They are very, very ready. I'm telling you, for P2B not to win this election, it's hard. It is hard. It is harder for P2B to lose this election than to win the election. I know what I'm saying. If you don't relate, you don't relate. If you don't understand, you can't understand it. I say it is harder for him to lose this election than to win the election. In other words, it is easier for him to win the election than to lose the election. It is easier for him to win than to lose. It is not easy that he will lose this election. I don't see where this thing they go, and lots of people are panicking. Opponents, they are panicking. There's problem. There's problem. They don't see that the table is almost at the verge of finishing to turn. Now there we did now. I don't want to talk too much, guys. If you love what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, even on TikTok. All our man politics channel. Love you guys. Peace out.